Hello rgMOOC agents, this is Sherry Jones, the Decipher from rgMOOC headquarters. This is a Mightybell tutorial. You will be using Mightybell to complete your directed co-ops. So let's begin. In front of you, you should see a Mightybell page. This is an example of it. And it's going to ask you to either log in with Facebook or using your own Gmail account or any email account that you may have. I'm going to log in using my Facebook. Okay, now what you see in front of you is an example of a Mightybell page. You should see that we have our mascot as our rgMOOC mascot in the top left corner. You should see that the title of the page is listed right here. Now, if you move down with your arrow key, you should see that there's a whole bunch of squares listed in Mightybell. So how this site works is you need to click on one of these squares to complete a directive co-op. So let me click on one, directed co-op, okay? So number one, directed co-op asks, how do I navigate through Mightybell? So I answered my own question and I said, click on any of the squares to begin. I can also reply by clicking on reply here, and I replied and say, thank you for the directions, okay? So just to show you that you can do several things in here. If you want to type another new message, here's the message box. So I'm going to type a message. Here is a new message. Okay, so click on comment and it shows up immediately. Now other agents will be able to see your messages here. This is why these are called directive co-ops. You are working with others to solve the problem. Okay, to get out of the square, there is an X right here. It's very hard to see, but trust me, it's there. You click on the X and you come back to the main screen. Now if you want to answer another directed co-op, you click on any of the other squares. So I'm going to click on this one, directed co-op number 2. How do I complete a directed co-op? Okay, so imagine that there is a question here about the text, the videos, and the readings that we assigned you for a week. In order to answer that question, again, all you have to do is to get to the message box and type your response there. Now, there are certain features in the message box to make your text look more organized. There's formatting, so you can do paragraphing, you can italicize your text, underline it. You can also give it color. So let's say I'm going to ask for purple. So I'm going to type in purple. Okay, so you can highlight this word. You can change the color in the background, and let's see what they have for purple. Let's try this dark purple. Okay, I'm going to change the font color to white, and now you have a purple word with a purple background and white text. Okay, so you can play with this. Now you can also do bullets. You can do numbering if you like. You can also outdent or indent. You can also insert link, and what we mean by that is if you found a web page online that's relevant to this question, you can certainly insert it here to share with other agents. Okay, so how you do that is you click here, insert link, and click on insert link. You give us a URL. Let's say, oop, that got popped off. Let's try that again. Insert link. So let's say I would like Creative Commons, okay, Creative Commons. And the text, how you want it to be displayed, this is what you type here. Now, if you would be kind and click on this box where it says Open Link in New Tab, when you do that and someone click on the link that you have posted, it won't take them out of Mightybell, okay? So click on Insert. The link is right there. The background's a little bit hard, so we're going to change it to, let's say, yellow, so it's a little bit easier for everyone to see. Okay, so you can see Creative Commons, and I'm going to make that bold so you guys can actually see the text on screen. Okay, now other things that you can do besides adding colors and giving us links, you can also give us images. Okay, so if you click on that, you can also upload a photo in your computer that you want to share with the agents. Now remember, this is a public course. So everything you post up here, everyone else will be able to see. Okay, so be careful. One more. You can also insert files. So if you're not sharing with us a web page or an image, but let's say you want to share with us a PDF that you think will help us understand the directive co-op question at hand, you can certainly drop a file in here, upload it, and share it with all the other agents, okay? And remember, we are here to learn together, so we would appreciate if you can share some of your resources too. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. So you understand how that works. Now I'm gonna post that so we can save what we have done. Then I'm gonna click out of that. Now on the right hand side, and I'm gonna enlarge this for you so you guys can see what's going on. On the right hand side there is this chat window, and it says circle activity and circle chat. Circle refers to this Mightybell page, okay? They call it the Mightybell circle because we are working as a circle. The activity will show you who logged in and who logged out, but I want you to go ahead and click on circle chat, okay? And I am going to refresh just a sec. Okay, circle chat. Ooh, I see someone interesting in here that shouldn't be in here, so I'm gonna send him a message. Okay, that is the gang mole. He should not be in here, but somehow he slipped in. So let's see how he responds. Oh, he discovered that we discovered him. I'm gonna let him on a little secret, okay? Yeah, I don't think he knows that he's in trouble with us. So I need to let him know now since we caught him at this moment. Okay, maybe he ran away. I think he has just escaped. Yes, he has just escaped. So you see, the member bubble for the game mole has disappeared. So right here, these bubbles tells you who's online. It shows that I am the only person online right now. That's why I'm the only person who's talking to myself. If there's more members, and you will see more members show up on each Mightybell page, you can actually click on them and give them private chat messages. Okay, so you can do public as well as private chat messages as we progress through all these directed co-ops. So that's it. This is how you navigate through a Mightybell page. Now, one more thing is we really do welcome if you have another question that you think you can stump your fellow agents, go ahead and click on Add Post, which is this pink button on the top right. Click on that, post your own question, okay? If you don't like any of the question we posted, you are welcome to post your own. So let's say we call this, here is a hard question, okay? And then you can type a question in here, answer my question, whatever that may be, okay? And you just click on post, get out of that, and then voila, it shows up right there. So whatever question you post will show up here. Now, if other agents feel that your question is not very relevant, they're not going to upvote it. How do you upvote a square so that it will move from the back to the front of Mightybell page? Is you click on this little heart. So if you like a question, you click on cheer, it will say cheer. One person cheer for that question, okay? That means that it will stay up in the front for everyone else to see. So think about a strategy on the way you want to ask that question. Make the question interesting, make the question intriguing, and other agents might very well jump into your square and answer that question. Okay, so this is the end of the tutorial. I hope that you will find directed co-ops fun to do, and if anything else, return back to rgMOOC headquarters if you have more questions. rgMOOC headquarters is bit.ly/rgMOOC course.